internet friends, long time no see. I recently purchased a beauty product that I'm pretty excited about. It is called the Vamp stamp, and the idea of it, I'm not sure if it was designed with from an accessibility standpoint. I think it was, but the idea is that it is a little triangle stamp that you use to apply your winged eyeliner instead of trying to figure it out. I have been doing wing eyeliner for over 10 years now. I have tried all kinds of methods. I've tried all kinds of tutorials. I have tried tape. I've done it freehand. I've done it all kinds of ways with all kinds of tips and tricks. And I consistently will have one eye that looks different than the other, and the drasticness of that change varies from day to day. So I was super excited when I heard about this product called the Vamp stamp, and I was super excited to get my hands on one, and now I have. This is going to be a little bit of a different video than I've done before because I'm going to do the unboxing, and then I will do a more proper first impressions / review when I've come to have used it for a while. But for now, today, this is what we're doing. So it came DHL, which I find troublesome, but it came in this very nondescript box, and inside of this nondescript, I haven't opened the product, just the tape on the box, is purple paper, and inside of purple paper is an order slip and the Vamp stamp itself. So this packaging is cute as heck, and then it says the Vamp stamp on this side, the only way to wing it. And they have currently 2 sizes, and they call the stamp the Vavavoom. I got the medium stamp, and then they have a large one. I'm just shredding into this sucker right now. Ooh, okay, so this is what it looks like in its packaging. And it's like, I don't know if it's made of silicone, but it feels silicone-esque. And as you can see, it's got a left and a right eye side to it, and then the stamp looks like this. There's no care instructions on this. It says use with our Vink eyeliner ink or your favorite liquid or gel liner. And I bought this a while ago and I didn't like it, and I'll show you that. It's embarrassing that I used it wrong, but I don't think that I'm the first person, nor will I be the last person to use it wrong. So I'm gonna show you what I did with it first, before I show you how to actually use it. I a lot of times will put my glasses or my makeup on without my glasses, so this is a really helpful tool for that as well, because I really can't see very well without any sort of makeup aid or visual aid. I'm sorry, it's so hot today that I'm having trouble thinking. Okay, so the Vamp stamp I heard about on Tumblr, and then I started to follow them on Instagram. I believe it was Kickstarted or Indiegogo or something like that. And so the point is, it was in pre-production when I first heard about it, and I couldn't actually buy it until way later. So I started by following the creators on Instagram and waiting until it was available and you could order it. And you can order it now. They don't get back ordered as often as they used to, so now is a good time for me to release this video, actually, as opposed to when I started to film it. But the thing about that is it comes in a box with no instructions whatsoever, and if you were just sent to the site, or if you just Googled eyeliner stamp, you might not know how to use it when it shows up, because I didn't. Because I kind of was only following their Instagram waiting for them to launch, and I wasn't necessarily watching the videos that they posted. And that's ultimately how I learned to use the product and realized that I was doing it wrong. So I'll show you how I was doing it first without guidance, and then I'll show you how you're supposed to use it. So I want to tell you a story first before I do this. Ryan almost threw this away because it's partially my fault and partially his. When I filmed the part that you already saw, I filmed it, and I had propped the camera on a bunch of boxes because we got a lot of packages that day, and I put it all back in the package and then put the package in the pile of boxes, and Ryan threw that out. But I went and saved it, and it was clean because it was still in the packaging. So, okay, I have a mirror here. This is weird with hooded eyes. Oh, well, it wasn't the best first effort, but it wasn't the worst. Let's try the other side. Yeah, also I wanted to try this because I have hooded eyes. And that makes putting on eyeliner really difficult to get even. Alright, that one was better. This one's a little rogue. Let me fill it in here. So you can see it's kind of like crinkly, and that's probably almost certainly my fault. This is what I was kind of afraid of. For me, a lot of the time the trouble is just getting them like the same angle, you know? See, I had to end up making it way too thick. So as you can see, I just fucking glomped it on my face like a goofus. And I apologize because I don't have the world's best setup for getting close-ups of putting on makeup, but I'll do my best. You're supposed to put your eyeliner line on and then do the vamp stamp from that line. So you can see now I have the line of my eyeliner on. So what I'm gonna do is just fill in the stamp with the eyeliner. This is the right side, okay. And then I go in, find my eyelashes, hook it under them, and press it. See? And then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. So fill in the stamp, hook it under my eyelashes, and just stamp. Now, those aren't totally even because I'm not doing this in the ideal environment. And this one you can see is a little thin because I'm kind of like, I'm afraid doing this in here. But then what I would do is see how, because I have hooded eyes, do you see how that like leaves a hole? I just have to go in and fill that in. But this one's weird. But it's not too bad when my eyes are closed-ish. Okay, so now now that I've shown you actually how to use the product, I want to talk about it with hooded eyes a little bit, and I want to talk about the kind of things that I learned from using it for a couple of months now. So they make this in 3 sizes now. They made this in 2 when I first filmed this. This one that I have is the Vamp medium, and then they have a large, and then they have one called Kitten, which is little, littler than this. So when I bought this, I felt like this was going to be way too big, but it turns out that because I have hooded eyes, it's really not. And I've thought about experimenting with like using the stamp and then going in on my own and thickening the line, but I haven't done that yet just because I don't usually wear makeup on the weekends. I usually only wear it to work, and I feel like if I, at 6 o'clock in the morning, put way too much eyeliner on and then went to work, that would be a bad scene. So I haven't done that yet. I really like this tool, and I really didn't at first because I didn't get how to use it right, like I said. But I really like it now because you can kind of play with it, and like you can, because it has this little sort of dip in the end of it, and that's meant to match up with the eyeliner line that you've already drawn. At least I believe so, as best as I can tell from the videos that the Vamp Stamp people have posted on their Instagram of girls using it. But I thought that it was supposed to line up with, and I kind of line it up with the corner of my eye too, but I mostly line it up with the eyeliner line. But if you squish it like really in close to your eye, you can get a tiny little flick, and you can kind of, once you learn how much pressure to apply and like how quickly to stamp it, and you kind of get used to the tool, you can sort of do it like, I don't recommend ever rolling it, like doing this on your face with it, because it's going to be a big smudgy mess. But you can kind of learn how to press it and put pressure on different areas of it so that you could theoretically kind of ignore this part, or even just don't color on that part, and then you could stick it way out so you could get like a line, more Amy Winehouse style out towards your eyebrow more, even with the smaller stamp. So like, because it costs $25, so personally I feel like I only need one of them. I don't need them in the different sizes, especially because actually not knowing how to use it turned out to kind of be a benefit, because now I know how to make it this one size bigger or smaller just by where I place it on my eye. And the other thing Oh, can I use it with hooded eyes? I mean, I do, and it works out fine. The thing that I like about having hooded eyes with it is you saw that I put it on crooked. I can't get the light good. But, sorry if I'm a ghost now. You saw that I put it on crooked, but it's kind of hard to tell now because I have hooded eyes. So unless I really raise my eyebrows, it's hard to tell that one is angled slightly differently than the other now that I have mascara on and everything. At least I think so. Maybe you're like, girl, that looks crazy. Which I kind of like about it because it can be hard. Like, don't get me wrong, this takes a ton of the work out of eyeliner. My eyeliner takes 3 seconds now, and I love it, and my makeup routine, like, if you've been following me for a long time and you watch my beauty videos, you know that I want my makeup routine to be fast, I want to be able to do it asleep, and I want to look pretty consistently the same from day to day for work. And tools like this are unquantifiably helpful for that. Because I don't have to fiddle, I don't end up with huge eyeliner one day and tiny eyeliner another day. It looks almost exactly the same every single day, and it's just because all I have to do is stamp on both sides of my face. It is great. That said, the kind of tricks of using it are figuring out, especially if you use gel eyeliner, like potted eyeliner, figuring out how much product to put on the tool, so that you don't have a big gloopy mess, or it never dries, or you don't have too little and then it looks kind of gray. If you're kind of anxious about using it, I would recommend erring on the side of a little less product, because if you put it on and it's kind of almost like a trace line, that can be useful for you if that's how you want to use it. But I really find that surprisingly, it's very versatile for a tool that you would think, you know, would maybe not be. I've seen girls on their Instagram do all kinds of cool stuff with different colors, like they would do like a purple with the large one and then like a black with the little one, so they'd get like this cool double wing look. I've seen girls do a wing like down here and then one up here like that. I've seen her do all kinds of cool things, and I really am interested in like playing with this more and experimenting, especially with like bigger wings, or like I have used it as a guideline for other looks, like just like if I do like an outline of glitter, that makes that way easier. If you've got a crisp sort of tool like this, you can add a finer point if you're kind of hand shook or something and it wasn't as like crisp as this is. So there's a lot of different really neat ways that I've ended up using it, and because I was using it wrong for so long, I was ending up with these tiny wings, like just barely little flicks, and I'm not honestly even sure how I, like the technique of how I did that at this point, because now I know how to use it right. But I recommend, if you buy it, first of all, that you just watched me do it, but it wasn't the best shot, and I know that. I recommend that you go on their Instagram and watch their videos of girls doing it, because then you'll really get a sense for what you're supposed to do with it. I cannot say enough how much I love the Vamp stamp, because it has really made my makeup process go much quicker, and it's honestly allowed me to play a lot more with how I do my makeup without feeling like I'm gonna look like I'm in 9th grade again, you know, with experimenting with wings. And as for hooded eyes, I do think that it's worth it even if you have hooded eyes, but this is the kind of wing that I prefer myself. Would I like it if it looked like this? Yeah. And you saw also, this is an important tip with this tool when you have hooded eyes. Don't raise your eyebrows when you put it on. Leave your eyebrows like where they go, and obviously you need to leave your eyes open to see, but leave your eyes open when you stamp it, because if you raise your eyebrows and you stamp it, it's gonna get really like squinchy and small, and as it is, that's pretty squinchy and small. If you have hooded eyes and you think, oh, I'll just buy the largest size, I thought about doing that, but I'm afraid that from looking at their like promotional material, that the wing will just be like out to here but still this skinny, and then you're gonna look, and if you want to look Egyptian, then that is your prerogative, but I don't want to look Egyptian or like Susie Sue for the most part in the workplace, so I didn't do that. But all in all, I really like the tool. They also sell their own eyeliner, which they call Vink, and it's potted, and I didn't buy it because I have my own potted eyeliner that I like just fine. Plus I really like liquid. I think that this works best with liquid, but I'm not sure if that's just because my experience is in using liquid, and I've been using liquid for 10 years now. If you've been using gel eyeliner for 10 years, you probably have a better handle on how much to use and like how thick you would go with something like this. So that's not to say that you can't use it with gel eyeliner if that's your preference. I feel like it's easy to clean, even though I probably don't clean it as much as I should. Just honestly, I usually just wipe it off with a dry piece of toilet paper when I'm done using it. You can even use your fingers. You could use makeup remover, you could clean it with whatever. My dog is barking, so I'm sorry. But so yeah, I really recommend the Vamp stamp, especially if you, like me, wear glasses and it's hard for you to see in the mornings, or if you have hooded eyes, I really recommend it, because hooded eyes can be so tricky with eyeliner, and I feel you. And I thought it was just me for a long time that I just didn't know how to do it right, but then I got a free Sephora like makeover thing, and the girl there struggled with it, and so I realized that like, oh, it's, you know, actually authentically difficult to put eyeliner on if you have hooded eyes. So don't be afraid if you have hooded eyes to try it, because I think that it is really, he just won't stop. I think that it still really works, even if that is the case for you. So I really recommend it. I'll put a link in the description to it, and I paid for it. I was not sponsored by the Vamp stamp to make this video. I hope that you liked this video. Sorry for my absence. I'm going to try and have a couple more videos up in the coming weeks. So if you're into that, stay tuned. I will see you in the next one. Subscribe if you liked this. Leave me a comment if you've used this, etc., etc. Bye!